What is good, everyone? Today we'll be doing a little bit of a discussion side, not or analysis, whatever you want to call it, or a little bit of a review on this week's episode, The Door of Hope for Attack on Titan. And subscribe if you haven't done so already if you like these kind of videos. I'm definitely new to this type of format of videos. I don't know if you could just hear those sirens in the back. But we're just gonna talk a little bit of what happened, a few things that have meaning that I think should be touched upon, and nothing special. I'm gonna try to have no cuts in this video. Also try to make it at least less than 12 minutes long. So let's just start. The first thing I want to talk about, I made some sticky notes as well just to not lose track of myself, because the first one that I did was just horrible. And the first thing that I want to talk about is Reiners' expectation versus Reiners' actual reality. Reiner thinks, we start off the episode thinking, he gets the reveal that he's half Eldian and half Marleyan. His mom reveals that to him, and just at that young age, man, that's a tough thing to learn, man. He grows up without a father, and right away he's first of all, Eldians are secluded, and he finds out his dad is Marleyan. Now we find out that his dad he's Marleyan, but he's not like he's up there. He looks like he works a little bit of a tough job. But yeah, that the expectation comes as in the mother puts a thought into Reiner, saying, hey, if you make it big, we can be honorary Marleyans and we'll be with your dad. That's an expectation set onto Reiner that is not real. Like if first of all you're half Eldian, and second of all we see that the dad wants nothing to do with the Braun family. Really sad, and that's where the expectation doesn't meet reality. Reiner thinks that becoming an honorary Marleyan will, and his mom also thinks that becoming an honorary Marleyan would achieve a family, which sadly it does not happen. Let's see. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Another very interesting thing that if you guys did not catch this at minute 3, there's a little bit of a comparison, and I should be recording this on screen, and right here we get this shot of them. We see the big wall, Bertold and Reiner there, and Bertold is a little bit talking to Reiner about what will happen in Paradise Island, however you want to call it. And right after we get this shot, we get a shot of Eren and Armin looking at the wall, thinking about freedom and so on and so forth. This is a very a comparison, slight contrast. Reiner and Bertold are very good friends, or at least you can kind of tell that they have a little bit of a better connection from the rest. And Armin and Eren are very good friends as well. They both live, interestingly enough, a very similar life. Different worlds, but very, I hope I said the same life, because it's not that much different. They're both secluded. One's in the intermittent zone, and the other one, is just surrounded by walls. Now, the reality for Reiner and Bertold is much more cruel, because they're secluded and weaponized. So let's jump onto the weaponizing. Marley at that point in time found the perfect candidates to weaponize, and that is the ones that were mentioned. Zeke, perfect guy to overpower people. Peak, perfect lady to do long-term missions. She has the ability to endure. Now that is also related to the Titan, but her intelligence helps that. Marcel, attack. He's in front of the attack, and very quick-witted, determined. Porco did not make it, and we'll talk about that in a second. Reiner as the armor for them, and I'm missing one, and Annie as the perfect Titan with her versatility. Now let's jump onto Marcel, Porco, and Reiner. This is a rocky relationship, very, very rocky relationship. Porco does not like Reiner. For some reason, he did not like Reiner's attitude. He knows that Reiner doesn't have it because Reiner looks to be... First, Reiner is a very traumatized boy. He's doing it for the right reasons. He's trying to become a warrior for the right reasons, but he does not have it. When I mean does not have it, he wasn't the perfect candidate. Ideally, Porco was the perfect candidate. But we then get to a shot where Marcel says sorry, Reiner, being before the mission started. And then he apologizes again before being eaten, saying sorry, Reiner. He reveals the truth. He protected his brother. Marcel protected Porco because of the curse. The curse is something that you don't want to have. And at this point in time, in actuality, in the story that we're on right now, Reiner understands that. We see that with Falco. He tells Falco, you gotta protect Gabby in a sense. I think I'm gonna leave it at that for Reiner. There's one more thing that I wanted to talk about. One last thing about the war candidates. There's a scene I can't remember the minute, but there's a scene where there's a grasshopper that Annie looks at, and then she squashes it, or somehow she maybe steps on it. It's not really shown how the grasshopper dies, but the grasshopper does die. And we get that shot. Now, in Japanese culture or mythology or whatever, I looked this up, grasshoppers are associated with luck. The fact that the grasshopper is shown to be dead sort of signifies that, they won't have good luck. And they didn't, They did not. The mission was chalked. Definitely they failed. So, yeah. Now let's move on. One last thing that I want to talk about, and that is Eren. I don't even have to show it, but this line here: people who push their own back see a different kind of hell. And then he says, only those who keep moving forward will ever know. It was shown in this episode as well that Reiner tells this to Eren. Reiner tells this to Eren, but the way that I think of it is Reiner does know what it means, but Eren did not understand it at that point. At that point, obviously, Eren did not see the betrayal from Reiner, but Reiner did. Reiner knew what he was doing. They all knew what they were doing. So Reiner's saying, you gotta keep moving forward. It only shows that Reiner understands the concept of, this is hell, man. What we're doing is not right, but we gotta do it for what we believe in. Begs to, it makes you think, like, at that point, Eren didn't know, but does he know now? And I think he definitely knows now what he's doing. And we'll see in next episode, but he's there and he definitely infiltrated. And the Eren that we saw at the start of the series is a complete new, different Eren that we see now. We can see it in his eyes. Dude, he's missing a leg. Like, he definitely, he's infiltrated there as a patient. He even tells Falco, hey man, like, I'm here. I pretended that I lost my memory, but I didn't. That already tells you that Eren is probably most likely planning something. We'll see. Obviously, I read the manga, so there might be something there. But it's very interesting. Another thing that I forgot that a fellow subscriber told me, just weebing. I hope you're watching this, man. And is that Grisha actually, I think he mentioned Grisha. Grisha told this to Eren, I think. So, there's a concept here of doing what you have to do to keep moving forward. And that means betray, kill, I don't know, like whatever you have to do, but you gotta keep moving forward for what you believe in. And that's very interesting, you know. We very, very interesting, very powerful, as I said in my reaction, because that means that you have to step on people to achieve what you have to do. That's it for me. I hope this video is less than 12 minutes long. Like I said, you know, subscribe if you like this part of the discussion a little bit. I hope you like this. I'm sure I'm missing a few things, but this is like my second video doing this. I wrote a few notes. I forgot most of them in a way. But yeah, man, subscribe if you haven't done so already, like I said. That's it for me. Comment down below what you think. Comment down below anything. If it's spoiler related, I will probably delete it. But, you know, that's it. You know, that's it for me. Thank you. Bye.